and welcome to today's video. So we are doing this project series in which we are going to upload new projects every week. So in previous projects we did Alexa and we created a graphical user interface with Python. So in today's video we are going to see how you can create a chatbot using Python, right? So let's first of all let me show you how it look that you get an will create a chatbot box with GUI. So GUI we have already done that you can understand it better. So let's say you ask something to the chatbot. It's going to be a very basic data set for the chatbot, but you can expand it according to your own. So we can say, how are you? And it will give you the answer. I'm doing good. What is your name? And it like then say I am. You can also sorry. Yeah, it's all right. So to quit out from this, you can just type quit, send. Yeah. So we want to make a chat box which looks something like this. We are going to use GUI with this, but you can integrate it with anything you want. It's up to you. So let's see how you can create this. First of all, let's create a file. So let me show you one more thing. So first of all, we'll create a chat box, correct? Chatbot. So it will work on the GUI, correct? Then after creating our chatbot, we'll integrate it with our GUI. So how will the command line interface look? So it will come in the command line. It will ask over here, I am great. How are you? Yeah. So uh, this is the first thing which we are going to make, the command line. So let's create it. Let's say my chatbot. So first of all, we are going to create a chatbot, correct? So for that, we are going to make use of a library, which is your NLTK, which uses of NLP, natural language processing. So you can just import that. So if you have not installed it yet, uh, what you should do, open the terminal. You can type pip install NLP, correct? So for me, it is already downloaded, but if you have not downloaded, you should download it first. So after downloading, you can use import. You can say NLTK. So this is the first library which we are going to use. Then the second thing which we are going to use is here from NLTK. We want certain things. So we'll say chat because we want to make a chat. So we'll say import chat. And another thing which we want is reflections. We'll see what is reflections and why we have to use capitals. Right? Correct. So we have now imported all of the things which we need. So after this, how you can use your NLTK is you create some certain pairs, correct? So what you do inside this pairs, just provide certain questions and answers. So you create a pair for that. So user can say, or let's say chatbot can say, my name is my chatbot, correct? So uh, user, let's user will give certain, let's use thing. So it will make use of regular expression. What it is saying, user will say my name is anything, correct? So asterisk shows that user can input anything, but first thing it will check is my name is correct. So if this is the input, what should the uh, chatbot reply? So it should reply that hi, and it should give the reflections. So it should print our user's name, correct? Correct. So this will be our first value pair, correct? Second pair which can we take is, so first thing we did. Second thing, second thing which can we take is what is your name? For that we can do the same. What is, so basically we are creating a data set. My name chatbot. Next, we are saying that if this is the input that user gives, then this is the output that chatbot should reply. Correct. So this is the first thing. Then what other things a chatbot can reply to? Let's say if user is asking, "How are you?" User can ask, "How are you?" Then if user asks, "How are you?" What we have to provide? I am good. How about you? Correct. Then if user has asked, "How are you?" Then user can also ask anything else. User can reply also, correct? User can reply, "I am good, I am not very well," anything, correct? So let's say user can reply, uh, "I am great." So in the beginning user can enter anything, correct? So we'll say anything. So asterisk signs that anything can be entered, and after that user can say good. Let's say user can say great. The user can say bad. User can say fine, correct? User can input anything, correct? Then if this is the input, what should it give? So it should give uh, nice to hear that. So we should remove bad from over here, because if you are saying bad, it will again say nice to hear that. It is not good, correct? Then let's say if user says, "I want to quit," so user will just say quit. Then we'll say I am. Or anything that, correct? So this is how you can create this. Okay. So after doing this, what can we do? First of all, let's see if we have any mistake. Okay, yeah. So we have here got to put. After doing this, what can we do? Oh, see, we have created our pairs and values. So our pairs is created now, correct? So after creating these pairs, what can we do? We can initialize our chatbot, correct? We can just say chatbot or my chatbot is equal to. Now how can you initialize this? Is you can just say chat, which we have imported uh, the beginning. We provide our pairs and reflections, correct? So what is our reflections? So here we imported it. What does reflection do? So let's say if user has inputted I or me, so reflections will convert it to you or your, something like that. So that is reflection. We are just importing it to use it, correct? Then we can just start by printing. We can just print, "Hi, I am a bot. How can I take?" Correct. So after printing, it will just print, correct? Then we can just start our conversation. converse. Right? Try and run this. Okay, so it's working just fine. So it is asking, hi, how are you? How are you? I'm good. How about you? I am great. What else have you provided? You have provided my name. Coming over here. How can I help you today? Quit. We can just say quit. Okay. So our chatbot is working just fine. But the thing is, it is coming in the uh, console, correct? So what do we want to do is, we want to create a GUI for it. So we'll use TK enter to create our GUI, and then we'll just integrate our chatbot with our GUI. So we have already seen what is TK enter. We use it to create GUI inside our Python, correct? So it is very easy to use, so you can use it. So what do we do in TK enter? So we first of all we initialize it. So let's first of all let's remove this. Okay. So now what do we want to do? That we should create a GUI, and inside that GUI also console, inside GUI we'll create a input box, and when the user hits on let's say send or let's say enter, then it should give us some reply, correct? So first of all, on hitting this button, what is happening? It is sending some message, correct? So we'll uh, sending or send anything you want. So we are creating a function which will send a message, correct? So for that we have created this send message. Then inside this, what is happening? User is passing some message, correct? So we are saying user message is equal to input box dot get. So it will get what user has inputted, correct? Then what do we want to do next? So we can just say input box will create later, but we are just using this inside the function, correct, for now. So inside this, in what do we want to do? We'll just say delete and uh, correct, and we'll say end, correct. So because we have not initialized it yet, it is giving us an error, but we'll initialize this after the function is correct. So let's first write the code for the GUI so that you don't get confused. After that we'll work on this method, correct? First of all, we have to initialize our TK class, correct? So is equal to TK. Okay, we are using TK. Okay, so now our GUI has been initialized. So after initializing, what do? We just provide it with some title, say my chatbot. So now we have created our GUI and we have initialized it with its name, correct? So after this, what do we want to do? We'll want to create a uh, input box, correct? So we are saying create a input box variable, and in TK there is a parameter which you can use is entry box. So it will generate an input box, correct? And what do we provide in it? We'll provide window, so it will get a GUI window, and width we have to set, let's say 50. Okay, so it will create an entry box, correct? So after doing this, we'll just position it input dot will pack it. Okay, so what do we want to do now? We have created input box. Okay, so now what do we want to do? We want to fill it. We'll just say fill dot, and inside fill what we can say tk dot x. So these are the parameters which are already defined, so you can just use it. And then let's give some padding. Let's give 10. Okay. Yeah. So now our input box has been created. So after this, what do we want to do? We want to create a button, correct? Let's say send button. So inside this send button, what will happen? A button should be generated, correct? So we can just say tk dot button. So it will this button method will generate a button, correct? That this, what do we pass? We pass our object, which is window, correct? Then we provide some text, which, let's say, uh, enter. Yeah, so it will generate a box, button box, and it will say enter on it, correct? You can just provide some command, sending, correct? Now let's create send. So what command do? Command will call this function we are going to create, correct? So now a button will be created. Now we have to pack this button also. This send button dot pack, and inside this pack, what do we want to do? So we want to fill it. We'll just say fill a dot y, correct? Let's give it padding, with padding later, correct? So now we have created a button which will come after the text box which we have provided on the top, correct? Provided y over here, x, that be aligned properly, correct? Now our input box has been created and our button is created. So after this, what do we want to do? Now the user section will come, which is your chat box. So inside chat box, what will happen? Any message that chatbot replies, it should come in the chat box, or let's say chat display, correct? So it will display some message into chat display. So it is some simple text only. It is simple text. So for that we can use our text method. So inside text, first thing that we pass is our window. Then we pass our height and width. Height we say 20, width we say 10. So you can pass anything that you want. Uh, it doesn't matter. It will just look nice. So we have provided width 50 over here. So let's provide 50 only. Right. So now height and width has been defined. Right. So after that, what can we do is we can just say pack our display message. The chat display pack fill. So what do we want to fill it with? We want our x parameter, which is inside a tk object, correct? So after doing that, what do we want to do now? We'll just say padding x and y. We are providing 10 10, make it align properly, correct? So now our chat display will come after the button, correct? So what content should it come in the chat display? Now that we have to provide, correct? We can just say insert. Insert will insert some text into our uh, display, correct? So you can use tk dot end, which is also defined capital. Okay. So after providing this 10, what can we say? We can just provide some message. Okay. My chatbot, hi, I am. Yeah. So it will just print it on onto the display when the user is when it is first created, the GUI, correct? So after that, what do we do to run our GUI? We can just say main loop. So it will start our GUI, correct? Now we have to create this send message function. So what does happen in send message? So when the user clicks on the send message, it should get some text from the text box, correct? And then it should send it to the chatbot, correct? So we are taking that message in user message, and we have already created our input box, correct? We are saying input box dot get. So whatever user has inputted will come in the user message, correct? Then what we are doing, after we have taken the input, it should be removed from the input box, correct? So we are saying input box dot delete 0 till end, correct? So after that, from where response should come, we have to define that, correct? So we'll just say response. We are creating a new variable. You can just say chatbot dot, correct? So it will take the whatever there is the output of the chatbot, correct? So it is taking uh, user message we are getting from over here, and it is providing it to our chatbot, correct? So after doing this, what can we do now? So we have taken the response, correct? After taking the response, we can just say now we have to provide it to we have to provide the output. What will be the output of it, correct? We can just say chat display. So what are we providing in that chat display? So first of all, we are saying my chatbot, hi, I am your personalized chatbot. Now how can I help you? So after doing this, what should come? So we want to insert something, correct? So we can just say insert, and inside insert, what should come? Well, we say and commit in the last, correct? We can just say we want to print something over here, correct? So we'll just say, because we are uh, giving it to the user, we can just say use, can just use our user message first. So because first it will print whatever the user has inputted, correct? We'll provide it a new line. After doing this, what do we want to provide? Now the chatbot should reply, correct? The first user input will come onto our chat display, and then the reply of chatbot will come, correct? What response we have created, so it should display the response message. So after response has been given, what can we do? There is nothing much to do, but let's say if the window is big enough, we it should scroll down to the last thing, correct? So we can just say chat display dot c, and what do we want to do? We want to scroll to the end, correct? So yeah, this should do our thing. Let's try and run this. Okay, it is coming decent. You can change colors and whatever you want to do. It is a pretty basic one. We can just say, how are you? Button is not working. That we have tick parasitic, we have initialized fine. Okay, command, we have provided it as a string. We have to provide it the function name. Okay, let's try this one time. How are you? Okay, so working fine. I am good. How about you? Okay, I am great. Nice to hear that. Correct. Yeah, so this is how you can create a chatbot, and you can integrate it with your GUI, which we have already learned in the previous project. Yeah, this is a fun little project that you can do, and you can explore this much more. You can create a huge data set for this. We have created just a small data set. Yeah, but this is a fun project and you can do it. So if you like this kind of content, kindly leave a thumbs up so that we are encouraged to make more content like this. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.